Hi guys, how are my pre-K friends? We're going to read a story called Matt Man Shapes. So this is Matt Man and he has shapes. Okay, here we go. If we made Matt Man with a rectangle, what would he do? He'd be the real Matt Man. His mat would be blue. If we made Matt Man with a circle, what would he do? He'd roll and roll around the floor, then he'd roll right out the door. If we made Matt Man with a rhombus, what would Matt Man do? He'd float up high into the sky, then he'd look down and wave bye-bye. He'd be a kite. If Matt Man were a triangle, what would Matt Man do? He'd hold the triangle in his hand, then ding, ding, ding in a marching band. There's the triangle making music. If Matt Man were an oval, what would Matt Man do? He'd sit with Humpty Dumpty on the wall, then hold him so he wouldn't fall. Oval like an egg. If we made Matt Man with a moon, what would Matt Man do? He'd go outside and tell the cow, ready, set, jump over me now. There's the moon. If we made Matt Man with a square, what would Matt Man do? He'd take a partner to a dance and do-si-do at every chance. They're dancing. If we made Matt Man with a star, what would Matt Man do? He would make your wish come true, one special wish just for you. There's Matt Man way up in the sky. If we made Matt Man with a heart, what would Matt Man do? He'd give us each a Valentine and say, I love you, please be mine. If we made Matt Man with a blue rectangle, what would Matt Man do? He'd say, that's my mat. My mat's bright blue. Shapes are fun to do with you. There's Matt Man. Here's all the different shapes. And there's all the different pictures. So we're going to draw a Matt Man. Are you ready? And I'm going to teach you the song to draw with Matt Man. Okay, here we go. The first part of the song says, Matt Man has one head, one head, one head. Matt Man has one head so that he can think. Okay, so I'm going to draw one head. The next part is, Matt Man has two eyes, two eyes, two eyes. Matt Man has two eyes so that he can see. The next part is the nose. Matt Man has one nose, one nose, one nose. Matt Man has one nose so that he can smell. The next part is the ears. Matt Man has two ears, two ears, two ears. Matt Man has two ears so that he can hear. And what do we need now? Yeah, we need the mouth. Matt Man has one mouth, one mouth, one mouth. Matt Man has one mouth so that he can talk. Okay, now we need the body. Matman has one body, one body, one body. Matman has one body to hold all his insides. Okay, we made a rectangle. Next is the arms. Matman has one arm, two arms, two arms. Matman has two arms so that he can hug. Now what do we need? Yeah, we need the hands. Matman has two hands, two hands, two hands. Matman has two hands so that he can clap. We also need some legs. Yes. Matman has two legs, two legs, two legs. Matman has two legs so that he can stand. And finally, we need the feet. Matman has 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. Matman has 2 feet so that he can walk. So there's our Matman. Isn't that cool? So I want you to practice drawing Matman, and then you can draw Matman with a different shape here. You can draw it with a heart here, a rhombus, a square, a triangle. All right? All right, my loves. Have fun drawing Matman. Bye-bye.